Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Friday, finally, weekend Serie... No, it's not Serie A, we have to wait one more week. Why? Because it is international break. It is what it is. Some people are enjoying the international break without Juventus. The other one can't wait to see the black and whites back. We'll speak about the international break. Not that much. A bit in the beginning, but then focusing on Juventus. Why? Tuttosport has chosen the word crisis, because it is crisis at the moment. So we'll go through that. By the way, if you can't wait to have the 3 front pages of the Italian pages, and I'm speaking about Gazzetta, Tuttosport, Corriere dello Sport translated, I'm doing actually since 3 days some shorts on YouTube, super easy. Italian pages translated in less than 60 seconds, speaking about all the teams. And then a bit later you have these long videos where we focus a lot about Juventus. We start immediately after you putting a maximum of likes, after you subscribing to the channel with Corriere dello Sport. Salviamo la faccia. Let's save our face, let's save our dignity, let's save our honor. Are they speaking about Juve? Well, it could have been, but no. This time they are speaking about Italy, because Italy, guys, if you are Italian and if you love Juventus, you have not one but 2 problems, because Italy is not doing that much better after the big loss in Nations League versus Germany 5-2. We start again versus England, and we have to pay attention, because if Italy they lose today, they might be for next season in the B category. Not anymore in the top category of Nation League, but in the B category. It is what it is. Inter avanti con Simone. Inter, they want to continue with Simone Inzaghi. Of course, he will have a lot of things to solve. They're also speaking about France without Paul Pogba, that yesterday won 2-0. What a goal of Mbappe. It is what it is, guys. It's a phenomenon. But Tuttosport is saying Juve unità anti-crisi. Juve unity, being together against the crisis. Before they are speaking about Mancini, they are saying avete ancora voglia d'Italia. Are you still hungry for Italy? Do you still want Italy? Question for you, especially for the people that are supporting the Azzurri. I have to admit that after missing World Cup 2022, after the one of 2018, it starts to be really difficult to continue to support the Azzurri. It is what it is. We continue now with Juventus. Unità anticrisi, unity, being together against the crisis. What are they speaking about? About the injuries. So many injuries. How do you solve it? And then, of course, the board of directors meeting of today. Allegri, yes, Allegri, no, we will discover it. Bonucci, that will be the only Italian player of Juve playing together today versus England. Well, Bonucci yesterday speaking in that press conference, he said, what about Juventus and what about the national team? When I am in the national team, I'm recharging my batteries, recharging my energy and everything to come back stronger at Juventus. We go now into Juve with a double page in Tuttosport. Juve infortuni e preparazione. Juve injuries and preparation. There is now a big block of work for Juventus with the management that are saying we have to solve this situation. How and why is the problem? That's the first thing that we have to understand. Why did it happen? Well, they are speaking about all the injuries that we had at the moment. 58 games missed by players of Juve in total. Ake already missed 9. Paul Pogba 9. Szczesny missed already 6 games. It's really a lot. And you continue all the list. Di Maria, Alexandro, Bonucci, Di Maria again, Locatelli, McKennie, and so on and so on. Even Rabiot, that normally usually is never injured, well, he's injured. They're speaking about so many things. When will they come back? Chiesa and Pogba should come back in November. Rabiot already immediately after international break, together with Alexandro, Locatelli, and even Szczesny. What about Ciao Juventini? We have for the first time a potential date, end of October. Let's see if Ciao Juventini will be part of that first team or second team. What about the injuries? Well, they're saying when you have so many injuries, it means that the preparation has not been done. Can we expect immediately a turbo Juve? A Juve that is going full power after the international break? Well, actually no. Why? Because it's a paradox. But if they are going faster immediately, so a peak of boost of energy in terms of preparation in the field and on the field, well, it could create even more injuries. Because if the preparation has been done in a way that you start slowly or completely missed, as we are seeing with the result now. If you suddenly change the methods and suddenly ask to go a lot faster and put more energy, you could have more injuries. So it will be a Juve that will go step by step to arrive and to achieve optimal energy. Who is the new solution, or the person that will try to help Juventus? It's Andreini, 55 years, we know it. He's the boss of all the preparation that just arrived in the summer. He was there a bit in the shadow to understand how we are working. Now he has to become active. They are speaking about him. He created an algorithm in the past, and thanks to that algorithm, 90-95% of his teammates, or the people that were actually doing this physical preparation, were achieving the optimal performances. So we really need him really fast. Please be active as soon as possible, and this is what they are actually doing at Juventus in Vinovo and not at Continasa. Why? Because they are training together with the next gen team to have at least a lot of players there. Otherwise it would be not enough players to be there, because the other ones are with the national team. But I know that you want also to speak about the meeting, the board of directors meeting, CDA in Italian. Will Allegri be sacked? Yes or no? Well, I tell you immediately, Allegri is not a topic of today's meeting. They will speak about the loss of 250 million. They will speak about a lot of things, not about Allegri being sacked or not. Can they touch upon Allegri? Can they speak about Allegri? Of course they can, but it's not the board of directors that will take a decision like that. Absolutely not. So Allegri has received the trust of Juve to continue with him at least for a certain amount of time. Can it be 5 games of the first 2 weeks of October? Can it be until the end of the first part of Serie A, until the World Cup? We will see, depending also on the results, but at the moment the decision has been taken. So if you are waiting for a decision about Allegri, probably you're waiting for nothing today. Go and do something else. Then everything can happen in football. It's crazy. We said Mercato is crazy. Football is crazy. It's not over, because after that we have to continue to be sustainable and paying attention to our finances. Finances, a big part are the salary of the players. We know that a lot of the renewals like Perin, like De Sciglio, has been really drastically dropped in terms of what we were paying to them. A lot of the other ones were not renewed. We were speaking about Chiellini, about Bernardeschi, Paolo Dybala, but now we have new end of contract players. We are speaking about 5 players. Di Maria, 50% that is staying, 50% that is going, we don't know at the moment. Alexandro, how many percentages that he will stay? I tell you, 0. According to Tuttosport, 10% that he stay for Cuadrado, so Cuadrado is more out than in. We knew it. 60% for Carlo Pizzolio to extend, because also him at the end of the year he will have no contract anymore. And the last one is Adrien Rabiot with only a 5%, so only a miracle could save him. What about the other ones that are actually losing their contract in 1 year? We're speaking about Bonucci, Danilo, Rugani, and Szczesny. Szczesny with a 50% chance of renewing. Danilo 80%. Hey, they are saying 20% for Bonucci. So maybe it can be the last year, not this one, but the next one, the last year of Bonucci. Crazy. Rugani, no chance. Yesterday, Buffon said, in this moment, every word risks having controversial meaning, and I don't like it. So he's really, really prudent. He doesn't want to say strange things because he knows that everything can be manipulated. Well, Gazzetta dello Sport is opening today their page with Inter, but then they are in small letters saying Pogba, the return at Juve is a nightmare, and it is not over. They love. There is nothing to say. It's international break. There is no mercato. So what can they speak about? Well, they are speaking about manipulation of the words Pogba. They want to throw a bit more hate on Juve. It looks like we don't have enough. No, they are writing Il Fantasma Pogba. Pogba, the Ghost. The Ghost Pogba. Juve, the return, and then the big nightmare. So many problems since that he came back, since the wedding 2.0 between Pogba the Frenchman and Juventus, the club of Torino. They are even giving a timeline with all the problems. When he signed on the 11th of July, then the crack during that American tournée on the 23rd, when he had that injury, when he decided not to go on surgery. Matthias, his brother, brother attacking him with some big revelations, speaking about Marabout, the voodoo, and whatever, the witch doctor, how you want to call it, all his problems with the lawyers and so on. Then on the 5th of September, going for surgery after saying no, and then his brother that went into jail. The brother he doesn't stop speaking because he continued to speak. Today we were reading on Foot Italia that he said Paul Pogba, the shaman of Paul Pogba, was advised by Serge Aurier. So he's putting every player that is possible. He's putting that in that case. Paul cast a spell on Mbappe in the memorable Champions League draw between Manchester and Paris Saint-Germain. So he's saying actually that Paris Saint-Germain, they lost not because of the fact that Manchester was stronger at that moment, no, because there was the witch doctor. But also the witch doctor, he made them win the World Cup because Pogba asked to the witch doctor, can you help me to win the World Cup? Please guys, if it's true, can the witch doctor, can he help us to make a bit better this year with Juventus? Can we win the Serie A? Can we win the Champions League? Give me the number of the shaman, please! Mamma mia, what a disaster. Anyway, I want to finish with the nice news. It's Sebastian Giovinco, that is part of Juventus since yesterday. He was already, then he did his career at Toronto, as the Canadians are saying. He went there, he's back for at Juve to sign a contract because he will take part of the Juventus Academy in Toronto. He will take care of the youth academy there. We know that we have a lot of them around the world, so he will be back in Canada being head of the Academy of Toronto. And I'm super happy about that. Guys, put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.